and the beauty below you will charm. White cotton, green forests, blue rivers, golden wheat fields and fruit trees that bear. You can look till noonday, and then you will say that Texas has beauty to spare. Beautiful, beautiful Texas, where the beautiful blue bonnets grow. We're proud of our forefathers who fought at the hour ago. You can live on the plains or the mountains, or down where the sea breezes blow, and you're still in beautiful Texas, the most beautiful place that I know. And you're still in beautiful Texas, the most beautiful place that I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former Marine and Vietnam veteran and author of the Texas and Steel Hand Gun Law, your land commissioner, Terry Patterson.
All right. Howdy, fellow Texas Republicans. How are y'all doing? Outstanding. You know what? A little point of information. That music, you know, the singer, the vocalist was Willie Nelson. You may not know that the author, the songwriter, was the former Texas governor named Wilbert Lee passed the biscuit go down. Now, let me just tell you, I think he was a better songwriter than he was good. Have you noticed how friendly, how cordial everybody is over the last several days? Have you noticed when you bump into somebody, they say, excuse me, and there's usually a response, oh, no, excuse me. And then there's, no, excuse me. It's almost like, no, I'm going to excuse me more than you're going to excuse me. Well, I figured it out. I got it all figured out. We're all packing. Isn't that amazing? How friendly and safe we can be when we exercise our constitutional right to use the camera. Now, keeping in mind that biblical passage that says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall be free or be elected." For the next 10 minutes or so, Mr. Speaker, it's my job to speak. And it's your job to listen. But if you get done before I do, feel free to leave the hall. I suppose that, you're supposed to tell a joke. Well, I've decided to defer the joke and just quote Mark Twain or paraphrase a little bit. When Mark Twain says, I don't tell jokes, I just watch the Democrats and I report the facts. You may, while we're talking about Democrats, let's talk about the big kahuna Democrat, our president, the nominee of the Democrat Party. Go back several years, maybe about 4 years. We had a presidential election underway. Our nominee was John McCain, the great American hero. Their nominee was a community organist named Barack Obama, and he was out there on the left coast. I think he was in Hollywood. He was at a wine and cheese reception. The Hollywood elite was in attendance. I'm sure they had wonderful conversation about how they were going to change the world. And that evening, Barack Obama said something to the effect that Americans are bitter about guns and religion. Remember that? tell you this. I am pleased to be among about 10,000 like-minded, liberty-loving, God-fearing, gun-owning, hard-working, hand-over-your-heart national anthem singing, patriotic, pro-life, property rights defending, socialism hating, and oil and gas drilling Texas Republicans. And you know what? We're not bitter about it. We are better for it. Well, I know there's a lot of new folks in attendance here, and I've met a lot of folks for the last 4 days that I've been here at the convention. I'm on by the booth, bring 51 pickups over there, so some of you may not know much about me. I'm from Houston. I went to Texas Agricultural and Mechanical College. I'm proud to say that I crammed an almost 4-year course of study into only 5.5 years. I graduated the top 75% of my class. And I was commissioned as a Marine. I served 24 years active in the reserve in the United States Marine Corps, including a tour in Vietnam experience the war, and I would like to point out that as we gather here today, my son, Major, United States Marine Corps, Travis Patterson, is on his way home from a short mission. We are the fifth consecutive generation of our family who have served overseas in time of war, and I'm damn proud of it. After I left active duty in the Marine Corps in 1990, I found myself in southeast Harris County running for the Texas Senate in a district that was a pretty much Democrat district. I was referred to as, don't pay attention to him. There is absolutely no way. It's an impossibility. All the polls, all the pundits, all the lobbyists said, just write that guy off. He is not going to be the 30-year entrenched Democratic incumbent. Well, election night in the wee hours of the morning, it turned out they were right. I came in second. Out of 2. But on that very night, when the press said, do you concede? I said, no, I don't concede. I congratulate my opponent for his victory, and I declare my candidacy for the next election 2 years hence, and we start the campaign tomorrow. And there are many people in this room who, with me, won that race in 1992, walking doors, shaking hands, and talking to the voters in the Democrat district. And God bless you wherever you are, and I love you very much. I was elected to the Texas Senate, Texas State Senate. I was the author of Texas Concealed Handgun Law. And you recall that every single newspaper in the state of Texas, without exception, said that if we pass that legislation, it will be blood-free, wild west, shoot out to every school we stop, and end of civilization as we know it. And none of that occurred. Texas is safer today, 15, 17 years later, and a better place to live. And again, safer today. Mark Twain also said, if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read the newspaper, you're misinformed. That was exactly what he said. I have been sued by the Sierra Club. Excuse me. I wanted to stop the oil and gas exploration production on the Texas Gulf Coast. We won. We're producing oil and gas and the terminals are fine. I fought the radical environmental corporate tax demand in far west Texas called the Christmas Mountain. That they wanted me to transfer the National Park Service, and I would not do that because the National Park Service had a ban on the possession of firearms. Should I transfer 9,300 sovereign acres of the state of Texas to an agency of the federal government that does not recognize that? And I've recently been involved in a controversy about a lizard in far west Texas. It's a new sagebrush lizard. It with wilder publications, it's called the Constitution a product of its time, does not reflect the same values as if written today, and that parents should maybe warn their children before they read it. We have but the question becomes, how do we beat Barack Obama? How do we win in November? And I'm reminded of some advice I got from a guy named First Lieutenant Oliver North when I was the second lieutenant. Oliver North told me that friendly fire can kill you just as dead as enemy fire. When these primaries are over, the time for friendly fire is over as well. So that's something we have to do. I'm going to say something here at the end that kind of brings us back to 1775 when Thomas Paine said, "Peace is the time to prime men's souls. The sunshine, cold in the summer, patriot will in its crisis spring from their duty, but he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman." That was 1775. This is 2012. And what I say to you today, the same thing applies. I want you to be a participant in the times that restore America in 2012 by beating Barack Obama. And I want to say one thing again. I'm not running for re-election to the Texas General Land Office. I'll be running for Lieutenant Governor in 2014. I would ask you to come by our booth and get a bumper sticker. If you just don't want to put a Patterson bumper sticker on there, we have some choices. We have Second Amendment, Defender of the Rest, and we have Let My People Grill. We're going to close by quoting Winston Churchill. 1940, he said, "Never, never, never give up." God bless you. God bless Texas.
America